We're going to go into something you probably already know, but we're going to go into. All right. All right, let's sign Christ. We don't got the attendance sheet here, do we? No, here. Okay, no sweat.
This online classes?
I.S.U.P.K. Yonkers on YouTube, and No Cowards Yonkers on Facebook. Somebody's not subscribed. Give the brother a hand. Support the black businesses. How's everybody feeling? Everybody should be ecstatic right now. I know we got our own man. You know what I'm saying? Climbing walls, beating the police. They get that policeman a good beating. You seen that?
God.
Flags, spitting on them, kicking them, stomping them. They was throwing bullhorns, shoes. I mean, it looked like something straight out of Pakistan. You know what I'm saying? It was going down in there. It was a beautiful sight. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely beautiful sight to see them jumping around, bouncing around, and doing all of that, man. Absolutely beautiful sight. But this is what's one thing that grabbed y'all about? What did y'all find most intriguing about the whole thing?
The most intriguing part to me was nothing happened to the protesters. That's the main, like them breaking windows, it didn't mean nothing to me. Me just watching them that stepping up inside, they all in the building.
Yeah.
They in the building sitting on chairs.
I think one pissed on the floor or something, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Got the podium in their hand, running with the podium stand.
Stealing mail, that's a federal offense, ain't it? You steal somebody's mail.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a federal offense. Yeah, that's one thing. They did nothing happened to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a white man's world. You know what I mean? So nothing happened to them. I don't know if it's on down there for the microphone. Thing on. You know what I'm saying?
You hear me?
I don't think they're gonna be able to hear you on that. I think you gotta hook it up down there. You know what I mean? Get off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is dragging.
That was like, so basically just watching the oppressor. Nothing happened to the oppressor for the crime that he's committing tremendous crimes in broad daylight, in front of the cameras, in front of the authority, and nothing is happening to him. He's not getting locked up. He's not getting shot down.
Right.
He's not getting no handcuffs on him.
Come.
The authority are running from the oppressor.
Right.
But when our people protest, they put pressure on the protesters.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that's what, like, something I noticed, how the oppressor puts pressure on the protesters when it's our, and the oppressor puts pressure on the authority.
Right.
He protests.
Yeah, that's why that's why this whole situation is the oppressor versus the oppressor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they're both pressing, you know, pressure on people. You know what I'm saying? Now they're putting the pressure on each other, which is a glorious thing. It's white on white crime is beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? That is absolutely beautiful to see that happening, and to see the world just, you know, the world is, you know, this is funny to the rest of the world, but that's one thing, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? What's something else that was like, that stood out? You know what I'm saying? That somebody might think stood out about the whole thing. No, nothing. I'm gonna tell you what stood out for me. This is what stood out for me. Is that all them devils, they all gathered together. Like who handed out flyers or something and told all of them to be there at that time? You know what I'm saying? Like they took planes from Lily Pad, Iowa, and Swampback, Arkansas, and everywhere in the world, and took a plane there, met there, was on one accord, had one goal, and niggas is smoking crack. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, they sent out an all-post bulletin via the KKK.
Man, look, they organized. You know what I'm saying?
So, Salakia,
go ahead.
If it was the bulletin for the KKK, so is it fair to say that every white man there was the KKK?
I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? Of course. if they're not in the KKK, they're definitely affiliated or in same standings or whatever the case may be.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But my thing was like, damn, they all came together to do this. They came together to take over the government.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They came together to take over the government. That shows you how much pride they got. That shows you how much confidence and cockiness they got. Even though all it's gonna come to an end one day, that intrigued me. I'm like, damn, they really came together and did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They came together and did that. Meanwhile, we on the street corners pushing our people to come together, and people want to say, "You really think Noah Ark happened? You know, you really think they coming against us with some other stuff?" Don't people know there was Protestants and Methodists and Baptists and a whole bunch of other garbage out there, but they came together and they was gonna go in there and kidnap, kill, burn. They was yelling, "Hang Pence!"
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was yelling, "Hang Pence!"
Right.
I'm sure they wasn't thinking about what hood they was from, what set they was repping, what branch of the clan they was from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they wasn't thinking, "Oh, that's a redhead. I'm not messing with them. That's a brunette or a blonde. I don't like blue-eyed people." I'm sure they wasn't thinking about none of that stuff.
Right.
They had one common goal, one common enemy. They all came together and they all climbed the goddamn wall, beat police up, and all of that. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir. I'm trying to see, because there's a scripture, Matthew 12 and 26.
Mm-hmm.
Would this scripture fit what happened the other day?
Let's pull it. You said Matthew what?
Matthew 12 and 26.
Let me see here.
Because when the event happened, this scripture came. This was happening, basically.
Okay, Matthew 12:26. Go ahead, read it. You got something to say? I'll let the brother go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Matthew 12 and 26.
So nice and loud.
If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Uh-huh.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
I mean, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course. That's definitely the precept for it. You know what I'm saying? That one right there is a dart. You know what I'm saying? And this is Satan versus Satan. You know what I'm saying? These are the scriptures. Now you know they say a house divided can't stand, over the case may be. I'm paraphrasing. So you see that this kingdom is in shambles right now. Even if they're trying to impeach Trump and do all of that, it don't matter because he already got the power. And how do you know you got the power? The power is the people. He got the people. He may not got the so-called Negroes and Latinos and the homos. Oh, excuse me, the alternative lifestyle people. You know what I'm saying? He may not have them, but he got them so-called cowboys and the rednecks and all of them, and the construction workers and the police force and the fire department and all of that. He got them. You know what I'm saying? He got them, so he got the people. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You want to add more on that, right?
That was it, sir.
That was it? Yeah, hell yeah. That's a good one too. You know what I'm saying? I have to write that one down, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's a good one right there, brother. Trying to pull a precept on on sign Christ. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, it's good to sit back and watch. Now, when I was the slave, right? I'm at the slave. And then my slave, we sit in a little break room, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's Israel in there, you know what I'm saying? I got a Manasseh brother in there, Benjamin brother in there, I.S.U.P.K, and myself, Judite.
Right.
We in there. Most of, they in the world. So a lot of times I'm just listening to what they got to say because, my thoughts is different, you know what I mean? So they scared to death. Like, what's going to happen? What? I mean, I don't know what's going on, They think about these white folks coming and kicking their door and do all of this. They really nervous.
Our brothers that's in the world, this is one of the famous sayings of when this was going on. What they doing to my country?
Yeah. I heard one brother, it's correct, brother. He was like, I don't know what's going on with our country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, do you know what they're doing to Mexicans at the border? Yeah, country. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to see. You know what I mean? That that our people are scared. You know what I'm saying? But we're not scared of the AIDS rate. We're not scared of the mass incarceration. We're not scared of these things that plague us, that bother us. You understand what I'm saying? We scared. We see these white folks fight these white folks, and that makes us nervous. You understand?
Right.
But we got a whole other battle to fight. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole separate battle to fight. We shouldn't concern ourselves with what's happening in Capitol Hill. It's good to look at. It's great reality TV, and I like it. I like watching it. I want more of it. They said he's planning to go to 50 states and do the same thing. Man, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. I think you should do it. And go in there and get busy. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I think us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we need to gather ourselves together, come together and fight the battle that we need to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because the more they fight each other, the more they fight each other, that's the Lord fighting for us.
Right.
You understand? Without us having to raise a hand. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 20. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 20 real quick. We can start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 1. Or I can have it. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies.
Now we want to go to battle with these folks, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We go out to battle with our what?
Enemies.
Our friends.
Enemies.
Our foes.
Enemies.
Our enemies. You understand what I'm saying? This is a good distinction that we do have enemies.
Right.
We see our enemies fighting each other. That's why it's so beautiful. You understand? We see our enemies fighting each other, going at each other. And it's a beautiful sight.
Right.
The same way that they try to make us erase each other with crack and heroin and cocaine and the war on drugs and so on and so on. They wanted us to X each other. They want Bloods and Crips to kill each other off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want the vice lords and the GDs to kill each other off. You understand? Well, now things are coming to full circle on them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's coming full circle on them. You understand? Now, what do we want them to do? We want the Reds and the Blues to kill each other too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want the Bidenites and the Trumpites to go ahead and kill each other off. Go ahead and fight. Keep doing it. You understand? That a cop got beaten in the head with a fire extinguisher or whatever they're saying. What are we supposed to do? Cry about it? You know what I'm saying? What should we do? Cry about it? Them same people was wearing I Can Breathe shirts when Eric Gardner got choked out. You understand? They don't care about Sandra Bland or Trayvon Martin or Tamir Rice or nothing. They don't care about none of that. They don't give a damn about the brother that was out in Wisconsin that got shot in his back. Now he's paralyzed. They ain't bringing no charges against him or nothing. They don't care about none of that.
Right.
So we clearly got enemies, and they are the enemies. Read it again.
And when thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots and a people more than thou.
Now you go out and see these horses and chariots and people that's more than you. You understand? You're going to see their power, their military, their strength, their law enforcement. And it's more of them than you. You understand? It's more than you. That could be intimidating. That's why the brothers at the job out at the slave, they scared to death. You know why? Because they see this white man's power. They see the numbers.
Right.
You understand? There was a sister out there that got assaulted. And they said she was walking home, minding her business. You understand? I think somebody might have said something to her. I think I seen the sister smack the white woman. The next thing you know, it was on and popping. They snatched the wig off, punched her in the face 3 times, maced her. God knows what else they did to her. She lucky she made it out there alive. They could have raped her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they love raping. They could have raped her and threw her to the side somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know why? Because they're enemies. It was bigger than just going to the White House. Because why are they buying this black woman? Why don't you just let this black woman go home?
Right.
So it's bigger than just the White House. This is making America great again.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure that the white man's foot is continually on our necks. You understand? Now this is how confused the white man is. The white man think since Biden's in office, blacks and Latinos are gonna get a little bit of power. We're not. You understand?
Right.
But they confusing a little bit. They think Kamala Harris is a sister. She's not.
Right.
So they think, oh, you know, there's gonna be a bunch of Vaseline and baby oil and stuff floating around the White House, and they don't want none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no collard greens and shit cooking in that kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That's what they thinking. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's not happening anyway. You understand? But so what? Let them think what they want. Go ahead and fight each other and kill each other off. You know what I'm saying? But when we see their power, their so-called power, and see their strength, go ahead.
Be not afraid of them.
Say it again.
Be not afraid of them.
And this is why I love the scriptures, love the Israelite school of UPK. We don't know the spirit of being afraid. You know what I'm saying? Of being scary. So as I sat there with them brothers at the slavery, I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? I felt bad hearing them. You know what I'm saying? And it would take a lot to convince them it's nothing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to be afraid of. This is not our problem. This is not our problem. This is great reality TV. All right, shalom, brother. Y'all shut up. You know what I'm saying? This is great reality TV. And I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. This is better than Netflix and Roku. And what else is that? The Hulu? All of that. You know what I'm saying? This is better than that. This is a beautiful thing. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a horror film. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's nothing to be afraid of. But them brothers that don't know that. The ones I see, the ones that talk to the slavery, they don't know that.
Right.
Brother, people outside of the UPK, they don't know that. You understand?
God.
We got our own war to fight. And when we go up against our enemy, when we do go up against our enemy, we shouldn't be afraid. There's a reason why we shouldn't be afraid. Keep reading.
For the Most High, for the Lord thy God.
Say it again.
For the Lord thy God.
For who?
Thy God.
Biden.
Thy God.
Kamala Harris.
Thy God.
Go ahead.
Is with thee.
Is what?
Is with thee.
This was making them fight. This was making them go back and forth with the Reds and the Blues and the Trade Knights and all that. This is the Most High God stirring them up. This is the Most High God doing that. Because the Most High God is with us.
Right.
That's right.
That's why it's nothing to be afraid of or be scared of. Like they're going to be running the streets, kicking in people's doors and doing all that. Man, the hell with them. You understand? If you don't know, these oppressors are soft and weak and stupid as hell.
Right.
You understand? They're just master thieves. You understand? They're master thieves and imitators. That's what they're good at. Other than that, they're weak.
God.
And they soft and dumb as all hell. You understand? And there's nothing to be afraid of when it comes to them in no form or fashion. Whether you got to go to court, whether you got to go to work, whether you got to go on a job interview, no matter what you're doing in life, these devils are not to be feared at all. It's in the Bible.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing to be scared of when it comes to these damn people. These dumbass people, they dumb as hell.
God.
You understand? Well, come, you want to say something?
Salakia, sir. A good precept that would go with that is 2 Timothy 1:7. Also, sir.
Go ahead. You want to bring it out, brother?
Salakia, sir. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 7.
For the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear.
Yeah, you're damn right.
But of power and of love and of a sound mind.
You understand? And make them smart decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's the power the Most High gave us. not the spirit of fear. You understand? Fear is a cancer. You understand? Fear is an absolute cancer. And in here, we learn how to cut that cancer out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We get spiritual chemotherapy in here.
That's right.
We're getting rid of that cancer. Unfortunately, we got brothers and sisters that still suffer from that. They suffer from being scary. You understand what I'm saying? But fear can also come from not being focused. You understand? The brothers that set the slave, they need to be focused.
Right.
Focused on our issues and our problems. The White House they can't help us with our issues at all. Crackheads, I just recently had a cousin that overdosed and died in his sleep yesterday. You understand? Just died yesterday, overdosed and died in his sleep, or whatever the case may be. You understand? The White House can't fix that.
Right.
Bidenites and Trumpites say that's our problem. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got to stop. This is what we got to work on. That's what we got to do. You understand what I'm saying? Keeping these black households together, these families together. That's what we got to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Stopping the gun violence and all of that, and the making sisters whores and brothers not selling drugs and so on and so on. This is our problem.
That's right.
Stop loving America. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate these holidays, and these are the things we got to learn how to focus on. You understand what I'm saying? That's our war. Man, the hell with them leaping walls. They from the Caucasus Mountains. Ain't no surprise they climbing no goddamn wall.
Right.
That's what they do.
That's right.
They like to barbecue outside in the snow in shorts. You know what I'm saying? They like to eat meat raw and like to climb rocks. Don't they like the mountain climbers? You ever seen a black or Hispanic mountain climber?
No.
They don't climb no goddamn mountains. We might ride a mountain bike and sell crack in it all day long, but we don't climb mountains. You understand? Let them climb the wall, man. They used to climb the rocks and things and breaking and entering and all of that.
Right.
What they did to Breonna Taylor with the no-knock warrant, well, the Capitol Hill's got a no-knock warrant. That's all. That's all. They came in and kicked in unexpectedly, and they came in to kill you. The same way they did Breonna Taylor. No big deal. But because they're savages and beasts, they're nothing to be afraid of. Why? Because the Most High God is with us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And He's the one stirring this pot. He's the one making this happen. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
That's
right. Keep reading.
Which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, He brought us out of Egypt before. He brought us out of bondage and slavery and misery and depression and anxiety before. He brought us out of all of that. And He's about to do it again. He's about to do it again. They haven't seen it like this in what? How many years? Almost 200? You know what I'm saying? Over 200? They ain't seen this, something like this in years.
Right.
You understand? Things are changing. And it's a beautiful thing. You understand? Things are changing for these folks. The deeper they get into the depression is the more we rise up as a people.
That's right.
The more they fight each other and kill each other off, and the more they disagree, is the more we going to agree.
Wow.
The more we're going to agree. You understand? Let's let them go ahead and fight each other off and kill each other and do whatever they're going to do. Nobody should be there.
Right.
No black or Hispanic should be there. Even the brother that was looking for a stimulus check, I hope he found it. He must have got mine because I ain't get mine yet. He must have stole mine. You know what I mean? Ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? But we shouldn't be involved with none of this garbage, man. This is something that the Most High is going to fight for us. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God is more powerful than any bullet or bomb or rocket launcher or grenade or anything else that we can even think of.
That's right.
You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 2. And it shall be when ye are come nigh unto the battle.
Say it again.
And it shall be when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people.
Now, I want people to hear that. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to read one more time and break it down, all right?
Verse 2. And it shall be.
And it shall be, go ahead.
When ye are come nigh unto the battle.
Now, when you come nigh to the battle, what's the word nigh mean? To be close to. So when we come close to the battle, go ahead.
That the priest.
That the what?
Priest.
Now, when we come close to the battle, the priests are going to do something. Go ahead.
shall approach and speak.
And do what?
Speak.
And do what?
Speak.
What do we do at camp?
Speak.
Everywhere across the country, UPK goes out on the streets and do what?
Speak.
That's what we always been doing. The priest, guard, and speak. You know what I'm saying? Because we see that the battle's near. We saw the battle was near in 1969. We seen the battle was near.
That's right.
You understand? And the priest went out and spoke. Go ahead.
Unto the people.
Unto who?
The people.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We've been going out speaking to the people, man. Because we knew that the battle was near. The battle was nigh. You understand? So people say we out in the corner looking crazy. You out there on the corner yelling at crazy. Nobody listening to you. We doing exactly what the scriptures say that we should do.
That's right.
You understand? What the priest would be doing. Out there speaking to the people when the battle's close. Blowing our trumpet, letting the people know that America is going to fall. Babylon is going to fall. And to rise no more.
That's right.
You understand? We've seen it in front of our eyes. We've seen it. And it's a beautiful sight. You understand? It's a beautiful sight, especially when we have our own war that we got to fight. Brothers fighting for custody of their kids and everything else, man. Fighting just to eat at night. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be worried about some heathens climbing some wall with some Viking helmet on, going there and kicking the walls and kidnap a few other oppressors. I could care less.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could care less. Watching them devils go up there and do that is like me caring who wins Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? Or Jeopardy or something. What do I give a damn? You know what I'm saying? It's entertaining, but I don't care. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 3. And shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies.
And that's what we do. Go out there and let people know. Hear, O Israel, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? We're going to battle with our enemies. You understand?
God.
We're going to battle with our enemies. Go ahead.
Let not.
Let what?
Let not. Your hearts faint.
Let your hearts not be faint. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your mind get weak. You know what I'm saying? And your mind can get weak from distraction.
Right.
You understand? From distraction. Worried about, are they going to storm the Capitol? What's going to happen? I don't know if they're going, and you're getting worried and weak. I'm not talking about brothers in the school. We are total opposite of that.
Right.
You understand? But there's brothers and sisters out here that they're really scared.
Cool.
They're really scared that these militias, you know what I'm saying? I heard that one of the brothers at the job was like, man, we can't travel down south. We can't even, don't drive down south. You know, something's going to happen if you drive down south. Yeah, okay. Well, guess what? In the UPK, we're going to be driving down south because we're going to Texas for this Passover.
That's right.
We're going to be going through Texas and driving through every state that we have to get to the Passover, to get to our brothers, celebrate more death.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get on planes and buses and whatever else. We might take the Oregon Trail there. You know what I'm saying? Get on a horse and buggy and get there. But we're going to travel. And ain't no militia is going to scare us. Or scare us. You know why? Because the Most High God is with us.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let them kill each other off. Let me tell you this. This oppressor respects you more when he knows you don't respect him.
Right.
You understand? He respects you more. You ever, what they tell you if you see a dog? Like if you see a loose dog or a stray dog, as we call it, you know what I'm saying? You see a stray dog, the first thing you're not supposed to do is what?
Run.
Say it again.
So like you said, run.
You're not supposed to run. Go ahead, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say show fear.
That's running, you know what I'm saying? That's running, showing fear. Because when you run, what's that dog gonna do?
So like you said, chase.
He's gonna chase you. You're supposed to stand there and fight the dog, you know what I'm saying? Really put your hands on him and fight him. Punch him in his nose or something, kick him, you know what I'm saying? He'll stop. I don't care what kind of dog it is. But if you turn and run, he's gonna chase you. Right. That's the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? He respects you more when you don't fear him. And in here, we do not fear him at all.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come on. Fear not.
Do what?
Fear not.
The brother just read in 1 Timothy that we don't have the spirit of fear. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. And the scripture here is saying, fear not. Go ahead.
And do not tremble.
And do not what?
Tremble.
Yeah, don't shake and worry. You know, get anxiety. I just like to put it down. Get anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Get depressed. You know what I'm saying? And worrisome about something that the Most High God's going to take care of. Go ahead.
Okay. Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Yeah, don't be terrified because of them. You understand? Our people saw that all that fighting going on. A lot of people got scared to death.
Right.
Worried. Wondering. You know what I'm saying? Wondering what was going to happen. You understand? Wondering what was going on. You know what I'm saying? How's it going to affect them? You understand? That's what was going on.
Right.
Shalom, Sister Thug. They was worried and upset. You understand? So do you want to take the class? Come on, sir. You understand? Yeah, so that's what they wanted to do. They worried about what's going on out here as far as this militia climbing the wall and all of that. The hell with all of that. You know what I'm saying? They're doing what's in their nature. They're from the Caucasus Mountains. They love to climb rocks and do all that. Let them go ahead and do it. You understand? Keep reading, brother.
Verse 4. For the Lord your God is that, for the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies.
And that's what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? When you see all of them fighting each other like that's the Lord stirring the pot.
Right.
That's the Lord stirring the pot. All you got to do is serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is serve the Most High, and He'll fight for you. That don't mean bombs and rockets is coming out the sky. That means He'll take your enemy and make them turn against each other.
Right.
And fight each other. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
When the Lord saved us out of out of Egypt, how many people did we kill? How many people did we go to war with and stab up and murder? None.
Right.
All we did was obey the Most High God and got the hell up out of there, and He took care of the rest.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord has sent a flock of geese to kill you.
God.
Mosquitoes. You understand? Remember, He had everybody scared to death of what was it? West Nile?
God.
A mosquito bite. You know, you go down south, you get mosquito bites all day. You rubbing alcohol on your damn arms and legs all day. You understand? He said a virus in a mosquito. Most of God can kill our enemies anytime. Our job is to obey them. You understand what I'm saying? And just as much love as some crackers was giving each other, we should give each other even more love than that.
That's right.
That's right.
How can the devil, a heathen, a beast, love each other more than the most righteous people walking on the face of the earth love each other? That's odd to me.
Right.
You understand? That them goddamn devils can come out. I was almost jealous that they didn't come together like that. Like, look at them coming together. And I'm sure they ain't thinking about, you're a Protestant. I'm a Catholic, and I'm not doing that. I'm an atheist. You know, I'm sure not even having them conversations. Right. They know that this is the enemy. Let's get him. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were focused on, and that drove me to jealousy to see that these devils could come together like that. You know what I'm saying? To come together like that and have one common goal for one common enemy. The same thing the U.P.K's been saying this whole time.
Right.
That we got one enemy. You understand? That's why it's a waste of time to do with frivolous things. Right. You know what I'm saying? Frivolous garbage. You understand? Was there more on that?
To save you.
To do what?
To save you.
And that's what He's going to do. He's going to save us in these times. You know what I'm saying? And battle for us in these times. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Go to Numbers real quick. Numbers 10 and 9. We're going to run through some scriptures as quick as we can real quick. You got it?
God.
Let come y'all. You can grab the mic. I'm not sure if you can hear him on the mic.
I got the mic.
You got it? Go ahead. Just still go loud.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10 and verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy, that oppresseth you.
Listen, when you go to war with your enemy that oppresseth you, you know what I'm saying? You know who the enemy is, and you know that we oppress. You know what I'm saying? You know who's doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the beautiful thing, because you see the enemy who oppresses us, they're fighting each other right now. It's a glorious thing. It's a glorious sight. Go ahead.
Then ye shall blow in the Lord with the trumpets.
And that's exactly what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we do every week going up to camp. We blow the alarm with our trumpets. We go out on these streets. Everybody say we crazy as hell and so on and so on, but everything we say is coming to fruition. You understand? Everything we saying, we said Babylon was going to fall. We said America was going to fall. And you see the shaking and crumbling of America right now. You understand? You're seeing the shaking and crumbling of it right now. You ever see how the rocks start chipping away? They start chipping away and breaking your hair, starting to hear a slight rumble. We at what's that? No, we're at that stage right now. What's that? Yeah, this is America shaking and crumbling right now. Go ahead.
And ye shall remember before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
You understand that we'll be saved from our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we came out of Egypt, we didn't have to lift a finger. We didn't have to kill anybody, murder anybody, slay anybody. All we had to do was obey the Most High God. You understand? That's all we had to do was obey the Most High God, and that's what we have to do now. You understand? I like this. You can talk all you want, right? Everybody, you know that old saying, actions speak louder than words, talk is cheap, so on. You have to be an example of what you want people to be. You understand? And the UPK, that's what we are, is that example of brotherhood.
That's right.
We can talk it all we want, but people have to see it. You understand what I'm saying? They have to absolutely see it. That if he don't eat, I don't eat. If he doesn't drink nothing, I don't drink nothing. You understand? This is what we have. This is what we have to see. And like I said, it almost drove me to jealousy to see all them heathens. They're heathens and wicked, nasty, disgusting low lives, but they came together. Now, being a priest in the UPK, that's what we want people to come together. You know what I'm saying? Not on no Christian garbage. We want the Lord's chosen.
Right.
You understand? No cowards to come together and fight for that one common goal. You understand what I'm saying? And to see these heathens do almost drove me to jealousy just about. I was on the edge. You understand what I'm saying? But this is what we must do, is of course follow the Most High God, but we have to love each other more than the heathens loved each other. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? They killed police. They killed the cop.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like they beat cops. I'm sure there's more footage of what's going on. Chased a black cop halfway up the goddamn up to the top floor. You understand? I mean, they came for real. As hard as they went for what they want, we got to go 50 times harder.
That's right.
For what we want. And I want my cousin and my brother and my father, I want them off of heroin.
That's right.
I want them off of drugs. I want my sister off the pole. I want my brothers. I want no more whoremongering. I don't want no more. I don't want no more abortions. I don't want that. We don't want that. So we got to go 10 times harder than charging the capital. That's little shit. Excuse my language. That's little stuff. You understand what I'm saying? We got to go even harder for what we want. But people are not going to go harder unless they see us doing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
What time is it real quick? All right, let's get one more real quick, all right? Let's go to Judges chapter 3. Let's just jump to verse 2. Let's start at verse 2. Go ahead.
Got on the card, sir. The book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 2. Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war.
Do what?
To teach them war.
And this was supposed to do, teach our children and our people about war. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we with them and love them, and they're gonna love us and all of that. We gotta war. Why? Because life is about war.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Every day, it's about war. When you wake up in the morning, it's a war. You ever be in your bed, it's cold as hell, but you cozy under the sheets?
Right.
You cozy. And you crack that sheet open, you just feel a cold breeze, like, oh, that's a war getting up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To think of a reason, like, I should call out. And just think of a reason. I mean, that's a war. You know what I'm saying? If you live in New York City, forget it. Subways and trains and buses and so on and so on, that's a war. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Holding your tongue and biting your tongue and all of that, that's a war. But you know what else is a war? Fighting the Christian spirit is a war. New Year's Eve is a war. Valentine's Day, all of that filth and garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a war to be the black sheep, to stand alone. It's a war not to love America. But we got to teach our people this, teach our children that. How do we know that? Train up a child in the way they should go.
That's right.
You understand? We have to teach each other about this. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, at the least, such as before, knew nothing thereof.
You understand? Our people don't know about war, but we got to tell them about it. You know, it's just like I told about the cats into slavery. They don't know about war. They ready to curl up in the corner. One brother that was with at work, he lifted weights every day. Chest plates sticking all out, muscles. He got muscles in his eardrums. And he's scared about what's going to happen to him. You know, he's scared because the militias is going to come and then they're going to take 50 states over with guns and this and that. He's scared to death. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's not within these ranks. And he thinks I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a crazy radical. I should love everybody. Well, that everybody's talking about, they're climbing walls and beating the hell out of police.
Right.
That's the everybody he's talking about. One day he'll realize everybody don't love him. Hopefully it won't be too late for him. You understand? Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Psalms 120. What should have come? It's about the spirit of this white man. Go ahead.
What verse?
I'm sorry, 120, and we're going to go to verse 7.
Colonel Khan, the book of Psalms, chapter 120 and verse 7. I am for peace.
And that's what we're all about. We're all about peace. You know what I'm saying? You know how I know? We are one of the most forgiving and most compassionate people on the face of the earth. That's why Harlem can get gentrified. And that's why Bed-Stuy can be gentrified. You know what I'm saying? That's why. That's why they're scared. You know what I'm saying? Because we're loving and peaceful people. You understand what I'm saying? And U.P.K, we're a peace group. You know what I'm saying? We're not violent. They got us on a hate list and this, that, and the other, but you understand? We're all about peace. We just don't like criminals. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Who likes criminals? Right? Go ahead.
But when I speak,
But when we speak, you know what I'm saying? When we go out and speak and we let people know our stance and where we stand and that we're the chosen people of God and that the white man's the devil and so forth and so on, when we speak, go ahead.
they are for
That's
war.
all they want is absolute war. You understand? That's what the white man's all about, is war. That's what these heathens about, is war. It's not a shock that they took over the Capitol or tried to take over the Capitol. Guess what? They're going to do it again. I pray to do it again and more and more. Maybe some of these court cases are dropped. Maybe chase some of these judges around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of these court cases get dismissed and so forth and so on. Right? Because that's what they're all about. It's about war. So therefore, like we just read the previous scripture, that's why we have to teach our people about war. Because our enemy is about war. You understand? Our enemy is about absolute war. So we have our own war to fight. We shouldn't be worried about what's going on Capitol Hill. Like I said, it's entertaining and good to watch at. And good to watch. It's good. It's like a real live Call of Duty. You understand? It's like Grand Theft Auto, or whatever game it is you play. Right? It's good to look at. It's entertaining, but it's not our problem. You understand? It's not our problem. AIDS is our problem. Abortion is our problem. K2 is our problem. Homelessness. You understand what I'm saying? Schizophrenia and all these type of things. These are our problems.
Right.
We got a whole separate war to fight. So the war that this Caucasian is fighting, let them go ahead and fight it. I pray they keep fighting until there's nobody around. You understand? Until there's nobody around. I pray they keep fighting so that heroin addict can shake it and come up in these ranks and grow. You understand? That's what we hope. That's our war. The hell with them. Let them burn Washington down. Let them burn Washington down. You know why? It deserves to be burned down. The captains and generals have been in Washington, D.C. telling you it was going to burn down and fall. Now you hear the crumbling. You understand? Now you hear the crumbling and the rumbling. You know what I'm saying? Of what's beginning to shake America.
God.
As we say in the prayer, we say, let America shake. And we are witnessing the shaking of America right now. You understand? With that, I'll pass the class over to priest and officer YAHANNA. Right. We'll just get one courtesy.